It's the MagicGatheringStrat Show. It's a show about a magic podcast. Hello, everybody. I'm Brennon, your lovable host. Along with me, as always, are my two co-hosts, Sam, the Vault Boy Hunter. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everybody out there listening.
And Dan, the fan of history.
Hello guys, coming to you live from Sweden.
The big country in the north of Europe.
Yeah, I'm looking out my window at some mountains far away.
Hey, mountains.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I have a view of about 100 miles, I think.
Wow, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very clear today.
Awesome. Well, as you can see, we've got a little change up on the show. Tried to add a little visual entertainment. We've got some Brews and some Pauper to discuss. We're going to talk about standard Pauper, our weeks in review, and then if the guys over at Pauper Classic Tuesdays are done, we'll talk about some Classic Pauper too. But let's move into the standard Pauper section. Talking about SPDC 2915. Played this past Sunday. 18 players, 18 reported. Thank you very much. 3-round Swiss, top 8 playoff. What do we got? Number 1 at a 6-0 record is the Bohaterism, which I don't even understand that name, but it's Boros aggro. It's coming in second is a Token Is It Control by Cabal. Simic Hexproof by Dr. Chris Baker. This was also hosted by the Doctor. Boros Heroic by Wujek. Red Deck Wins by American Garen. And then the obscurely named Why is Cruel Revival Uncommon?
I think he really wants Cruel Revival.
I completely agree. Why did it come back as an uncommon? He wants to abuse zombies. He wants to abuse Gary.
Yeah.
That's what Anima Rotus wants to do. He wants to abuse Gary before rotation.
Kill your guy, bring back my Gary.
Oh, God.
Oh nice.
Infinite Garys. All the Garys ever.
Yeah, Treasure Cruise away Cruel Revival from the graveyard.
Awesome. And the uncomfortably named Winged Weenie by Asgan, followed up by a mono green, Yellow Eyes 2. Let's take a look at the winner, Bohaterism. You have a Crow and Skyguard, Satyr Hoplite, Wingsteed Rider, Hopeful Eidolon, Lagana Band Trailblazer. Oh my god, I've traveled back in time to 2014. And you have Dragon Mantle, Feat of Resistance, God's Willing, Titan Strength, Chosen by Healing Inferno Fist, and Teamer Battle Rage. I guess if Boros Heroic is strong, it will always be strong.
What a triumph for the aggro decks this tournament.
Yeah, no kidding.
Completely wrecked by rotation.
Oh, yeah, it'll be nothing left of it.
It's not wrecked, it's just killed.
Destroyed.
Yeah, it will be replaced by some crazy landfall, I bet you.
Oh gosh, I can't wait until Landfall comes back. It's gonna be dreamy.
Do you think it will be landfall, or will they change it up some?
Do you think they're gonna do the Return to Ravnica thing where it's landfall compatible?
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Yeah, I think everything except for allies, well, a lot of the other stuff except for allies is going to be kind of like that. You know?
I think they might go for a Rise of the Eldrazi feel for the first set.
Ooh.
So you could have allies then, but otherwise you'll build a slow format. In limited.
I mean, I didn't play Eldrazi. I didn't play during that time frame. Was the format slow and limited, or was it fast?
Rise of the Eldrazi is by many regarded as the best limited format ever, because
Really?
you could go so many different routes.
Huh.
But in order to do that, you need to have a pretty slow format.
Really?
Whereas Zendikar was pretty boring. It was one of the faster limited formats.
Oh, that was the draft black, then draft black, and keep drafting black?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think we are looking at a more like Rise of the Eldrazi format, especially with as Eldrazi have been part of the promotion.
That's true. Huh,
So I think
that'll
we're
be cool.
looking at either new Eldrazi Titans or Planeswalker-like new versions, like Emrakul the something else.
Emrakul the Risen or something strange.
Yeah,
Emrakul the
Kozilek,
big
the really nasty dude.
What was that, Sam?
Emrakul the Big Pimpin.
The Big Pimpin'.
The Big
Can you
Pimpin'.
imagine a 15 casting cost Planeswalker, what it would do?
Oh,
They wouldn't naturally. They wouldn't have to be Planeswalkers. They would just be different cards, different Eldrazi cards.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I've heard speculation of an Eldrazi Planeswalker.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
it's logical. I mean, it is.
Yeah, basically the mind behind Emrakul and all those things. Because they didn't seem too intelligent. All they were was hunger. And just constant consuming. Maybe there's some sort of hive mind behind them.
Anybody know the story behind the Eldrazi? The specific 3 Eldrazi Titans? Were there just 3, or were there more that weren't cards?
I don't know. I'm not familiar enough.
I always kind of felt like they just were ripping off H.P. Lovecraft.
So then there would definitely be more than 3.
I would hope so. I mean, if there's not, then it doesn't feel like Battle for Zendikar is going to be very creative if they don't introduce some more.
If any of the listeners know, please comment.
Yeah, I'd like to know some more. Give me some more Vorthosian info. I like that stuff. Alright, let's look at MPDC with our lovely view of the evening. MPDC 2914 this past Monday. Did I change? Oh, you know what? I don't think I changed that. I did that do that correctly up there. It's,
Looks very similar.
yeah. These are correct, but up here is not. Yeah, our Remedio with his Exiler came in top 8, which isn't bad. Red, White, Heroic. Red Heroic? Wow. Yeah, this week's first place winners are extremely similar. You'll see in a second. Token Is It Control by Cabell. Malum's Mono Black Control. There's Bohaterism from a 6-0 down to a 2-2 in one day. That's crazy. And then Charge Forward, and then the Roberto's Exiler. Followed up by Mono Green. Let's take a look. You can see it is extremely similar. There's an Enoch Bondkin down here.
Sungrace Pegasus High.
Yep. That's interesting. A little more up in the air. But yep, there you go.
And the Glaring Aegis?
Aegis, I think.
Whatever.
Uh,
Glaring Greek word that I can't pronounce correctly.
that you will never have need of in regular life.
Regular life.
Yeah, who cares about that, right? But yeah, there it is. They're extremely similar winners. So you have some options. If you want to play in the next standard Pauper, MPDC or SPDC, either run these two decks or a deck that hates on these two decks. And you might do pretty well. So let's see.
So what is the natural predator of Red, White, Heroic?
It was Is It Tokens.
Yeah, that Is It Tokens did pretty good.
Just
All right.
ate it up every time it rose to the top, the tokens would come right back. So
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, there you go. Well, Sam, anything go on in your magical world this past week?
more extended Pauper brewing. I've started to get my cards for my Origins update for my cube. Got 2 packages.
Nice.
2 more coming, and then I'll be all caught up until Battle.
Wow.
Drops in September. I'm pretty happy with the composition of the cube at this point. There's a few odds and ends, like there's a couple of Azorius cards I really want to cut because I just don't think they do enough. But other than like little finagly stuff, really happy with what it looks like right now. And I am going to do some videos on it, but since I should get the full update within like the next 2 days, I'm going to hold off until then.
I gotcha.
Just because that way I won't have to do an update video until September.
Oh, I wanna ask you. I got a bunch of Japanese dragons cards. Are there any dragons cards that you need that you would like
In Japanese?
Yeah.
I can take a look and see what I have in for dragons.
Okay.
It didn't seem like it had the biggest of impacts.
Yeah, I got the ones of note, Twin Bolt I got, and those Trampler Elk, Stampeding Elk Herd. I got those.
That would be pretty awesome.
So yeah, just let me know if you need any Japanese ones. I got some.
Sure. Yeah, no problem.
All right. Well, that's
But
cool.
other than that, yeah, there's not a whole lot going on. I'm very, 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 very anxious for Origins. Just a few more days.
Nice.
So, not that I just want us to move closer to rotation, folks. I'm just so incredibly tired of Theros at this point. So
You're done with enchantments. Get them the
I'm
hell out of
done.
here.
I'm just done with heroic. Like, there's 2 heroic cards left in the cube, and almost no enchantments at this point. And I'm just ready. I'm ready for Theros to become a. Oh, remember that one block with Bestow? And that's pretty much anything people remember about it. So
All right. Okay. Well, Mr. Dan, who lives up in the mountains, so I tried to capture.
I just can see the mountains. I live by the coast.
Oh, okay.
On the mountain.
Well,
Yeah,
here
but
you
it's-
go. What's been your week, Dan? Or 2 weeks? We haven't had an update from you in 2 weeks.
That's true. I'm playing Tron in Modern then.
Love
And
it.
last week I ran into Pillow Fort deck.
Yes.
That was pre-sideboarded against everything. So we had the Blood Moons and Chalices of the Void main deck. And I think
crazy.
an important thing to realize about Tron is that it's not that vulnerable to Blood Moon, which feels kind of weird. But Blood Moon and stuff, and Chalice of the Void is not really what we are afraid of. We're just afraid of combo decks and extremely aggressive decks,
Right.
like Sue or Splinter Twin.
Yeah,
So
'cause
I just crushed him despite all his fancy sideboard stuff.
Right. I guess all you really need to do is get to 7 or 8 mana, and you're sitting pretty.
And not even that. It's like 3 mana, play Oblivion Stone, 5 mana, blow up everything.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go.
And then go.
Awesome. Well, that's
So
cool.
that's why we play 4 Oblivion Stones. This week I'm playing against Splinter Twin, so that's a bit harder.
Ooh. Yeah, that seems
I'm
hard.
also playing Grixis control list I got from Roberto in Standard Pauper
That's very cool.
today, and it's against Gary's Cruise.
Nice.
So it's it has the potential to become super grindy.
It sounds like it. I watched Piracor and Roberto play their extended Pauper matches, and they were both playing ultra grindy decks. And man, it would get down to, I think Roberto at one point had 20 life and Piracor had 6, and then 15 minutes later they were both at 12. It's nuts.
That depresses me.
Yeah, but you knew it was going to happen. Piracor. No,
Okay.
actually, no. Piracor won with like a minute left, like 1 minute.
Because Roberto's known for timing out.
Yes.
Roberto.
Also, I've been preparing for the Pauper Gauntlet.
Nice.
It's still 3.5 months away, but the top 10 decks from last season are in, so I'm trying to get captains and brewers for those, and I have one list finalized already. So my Pauper video this week was the green one.
Yep.
And Deluxecoif actually stepped up and delivered a sideboard plan to me, which is something I've asked him about for 2 years. So I was pretty grateful.
Nice. That's real cool.
Yeah, and of course the deck I ran into wasn't in the sideboard plan.
Of course. Yeah, we need to start showing everybody what those decks are going to be. So we'll need to start putting that in the show.
Yeah, we'll start talking about the Pauper Gauntlet next week. I have a special request to the patrons. So if you're a patron of MagicGatheringStrat at patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat, you can now step up, and a few of the 10 decks don't have a captain. It's Burn, it's Exhume Control, it's Affinity, and I think one more list. So if you're familiar with those decks and you're a patron, you could become the captain for the 3rd season of the Pauper Gauntlet. That means that you get to make the choices for the deck list and you get to write the sideboard plan.
Yep, fame and glory can be yours.
Yeah, I got Canoes for Stompy, which I'm quite excited about, as he has a pretty solid track record.
Yeah, very
good.
I
was a captain last time for Boris Kitty, and it's a lot of fun and a lot of responsibility. So definitely, I mean, I would suggest it if you're into the Pauper Gauntlet to give it a try, because it's like seeing things from a different angle.
I also got JPH Snake returning for as the brewer of his own brew, the Mono Red Heroic deck.
That's so awesome.
That is very, very cool.
Yeah, but we'll talk more about this next week.
Sounds good.
I'll talk about next week for this show. I intend to stream the show next week on Twitch, and then I intend after the show to keep playing Magic Duels Origins on the stream. So if you can make it to the stream or at Twitch for the Twitch channel MagicGatheringStrat, you can then be with us when we do the show and comment on stuff, and we can ask you things. So you are sort of a mini guest.
Yeah, it'll be a new aspect to the show. Now,
yeah, I think it will be more. It will make for more user interaction, and that's always, or listener interaction.
Right.
That's always good.
I think so. I think it'll be cool. All right. Now, what about...
Oh, one more thing.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I completed the playthrough of the stories in Magic Duels Origins.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a playlist on the YouTube channel, MagicGatheringStrat, for with all the campaigns for the 5 Planeswalkers. So check that out.
Yep, very cool. All right. What has my week been about? Well, like I said earlier, I had got some Japanese cards. I see shiny things on the internet and I buy them. I don't know why. It seems like a good idea at the time, but I got 6 packs of dragons in Japanese. I gotta say, those Japanese cards, they're in a different order. You see the rare first. Isn't that weird?
That's weird.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And also, yeah, they're thinner. They do not feel the same. I don't know why, but they don't.
What happened to the Modern Masters 2015 packaging? Is that on any other product now?
Nope.
No.
No. So Origins is good old packaging?
Mm-hmm. It is.
I think
Sweet.
they did it because of the gigantic Grand Prix. They wanted to do something a little more environmental for it.
Right. And also...
But they're going to do it again.
No, they won't do it again. Because if they want to sell them at Walmart, they can't be in those packages. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're just going to get shoplifted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Too easy to shoplift.
Well, why are they easier to shoplift than other packs?
Because you could basically just kind of squish them open and take the cards out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of glue.
Yeah, it is not much, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It seems a little silly that they didn't make it a little more secure, but yeah.
But I think that was the point, to make it as easy as possible at Las Vegas and the other two places where they were going to have like thousands upon thousands of people drafting and all of that. They wanted to have it a little bit easier for that, but
right.
I think it's a failed experiment with all the bad printing that went on. I mean, it's the first set in a long time that people have complained about the quality of the cards being printed.
Right, and also shaking around in that box has damaged some of them. Like they are slightly played before they even leave the package, and that sucks.
Well, I mean, I watched a guy rip packs out of a box that it had a card. It was just a black placeholder card that said discard. And
really?
It was the last card in the print run or whatever.
Oh,
and it
wow.
was moved off of the print line, and it didn't get removed. It ended up as his like token in the pack. Thankfully, it wasn't as rare or anything like that. So, like, whoever they used to print it, or however they went about printing it, it was just a fail all the way around. But Wizards customer service is really good. If you call them, hey, I got a place card, they'll send you out replacement product and all of that. So
yeah, that's cool. It's good on them.
Game, so
well, excellent. So I got that. I changed out some of my Pauper Cube stuff with Japanese cards. I have a Japanese dragon fodder, and now in my cube is one of them, which I thought was cool. Deck updates. I have completely finished lining up all of my proxy cards for the powered cube. I know that doesn't sound like much, but it is a ridiculous amount of effort to get everything lined up, because I like to have everything lined up before I start to print. So lining up several hundred cards takes a long ass time. And a big shout out to the Zerby's Proxy Factory. You guys make art, and I am a hack who prints off the art to look at it. But I made up a bunch of cards of my own that I was quite proud of. Just turning a lot of new cards to make them look like old Portal style cards. I showed some of them to Sam and whatnot. When I finish getting all my cube together, I'll throw some pictures of the whole thing up on here during that show. That was cool. Deck. That's about the only deck update. The other thing, I've been playing actually a lot of Magic Origins, trying to play matches online against other people, and playing non-ranked matches, I feel like a wolf in sheep's clothing, because there are so many people that this is their first time playing Magic, and I feel bad, you know.
Well, I haven't tried that yet. That will be fun.
Yeah, you should do that. I put together two decks. One is a Selesnya Hexproof / Auras deck, and I put together a red deck wins out of the piddly cards that I got. And that red deck wins completely wrecks all the solo, like he can do the easy, medium, and hard. It because basically they get moving after about turn 5, but the red deck wins has them at 1 by that turn, so it doesn't even matter what they do. So if you want to just get as many gold as you can, build a super fast hyper aggro deck and just play the hard over and over and over again, and you'd be opening packs after packs.
All right.
I was looking forward to downloading it on my Android phone, and then they announced they have no intention of bringing it to Android.
Yep. So.
I already have Magic on my computer, so probably just going to pass on the... This isn't going to be for me.
But what if it's the future, Sam?
Then I guess I'll move to paper Magic.
Or you could get an Xbox One.
There you go.
That doesn't sound like something that's possible. I was thinking about it because it is like a good deal cheaper than a PlayStation 4.
Yep.
But I don't want that much Microsoft in my house.
You don't trust them?
No. The camera's always on, and that worries me.
It is weird.
There's just parts of it that worry me.
Yeah, that's why I make sure that I'm only naked when I play my Xbox, so that they get full in flagrante delicto.
If they're spying, they get the full giblet.
The full giblets.
Oh, that went south fast.
It did. All right. Well, let's talk about Extended Standard Pauper. The Extended Standard Pauper League is coming up.
Isn't it just Extended Pauper?
Is it Extended Pauper? I guess so. Extended Pauper.
I don't think there's any wrong way to say it at this point, because
it's extended. Let's just leave it at extended.
Extended Pauper.
It's just out there.
And what's the definition of extended here? Innistrad and later?
Innistrad through Origins.
Okay, so not M12?
Not M12.
Unfortunately, not M12.
So
the power level that would have came with M12.
Yeah, there's some good cards in M12.
Yeah.
So, yep. Here's mine. I put up the list I was going to use, at least for the first couple of weeks, on my article last week, but I updated it since then. I took out the Nephalia Sea Kites and put in 2 Cloaked Siren. I took out the oh crap, what's the name of that spell? Counter target creature spell?
Essence Scatter.
Essence Scatter, yeah. I changed that to Nullify. Since I'm mono blue, why not? And I added 1 Rise of Eagles. So
is Treasure Cruise banned?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
That's why I have Think Twice in there.
Yep.
Sorry, Dan.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to get past this. So this is the deck I'm doing. Mono Blue Flyers. Return of the Muff. Wait, no. It's just Mono Blue Flyers. Alright, and Sam.
Okay, so I wanted to play Delver because I'm a heartless bastard.
I understand. And
unfortunately, there's not enough blue instants to run mono blue Delver.
Okay.
It doesn't have enough hits on all of the drops because you want to have some 1s and 2s and so on, instants and sorceries. And the Demiri Gurmag Delver, or whatever you want to call it, is actually doing really good right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like the second deck in the format currently in Pauper. And it seems like it's going to be fairly strong. The one thing is if you notice, it's missing about 4 1-drops on the instants and sorceries. There's only 7. It really feels like it wants 11, but anticipates pretty good. The removal with Murder, Devour Flesh, Tragic Slip, pretty decent removal package. Forbidden Alchemy fuels the Anglers. and it's got flashbacks, so a little reuse. Roberto taught me that if you're playing blue, you really should be running for Stormbound Geist.
Oh yeah,
they are a huge pain to get rid of.
that's true.
Got the Delvers, Scavengers to act as like the Anglers, whatever, 5 through 7. Disguise Sages, because they're good on the block. They're with enough instants and sorceries, they're pretty decent attackers. And the sideboard is kind of probably going to be in flux. The one thing is I have Curse of the Bloody Tome for against control. I'm going to try that out, but I don't know if control is really going to be a thing. Because if it was, I would probably just be playing Delver mono blue.
Yeah, I figure someone is going to do creatureless control.
Yeah, I mean, I built a Demiri Mill deck, but it didn't seem like, and it was deceptive when it, when we played it back as standard Pauper, of how well it would work, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has access to Curse of the Bloody Tome, which it didn't. But I don't know if it's going to be any good. So I guess that's going to be something somebody who wants to play each match for the full hour can find out. That's not
All right. Dan, are you going to be in this league?
No, I'm not doing the leagues anymore. It's just too much hassle booking the matches because of the time difference.
Yeah, I figured it would take its toll.
Yeah.
There are a good amount of European players, shout out to European players, playing this time, which guarantees that there's going to be at least 1 week where I don't get my match in because we couldn't make it.
Yeah, that sucks.
This always seems to happen, right?
Yep, it does. What are you going to do? All right. Well, folks, again, I've said this roughly 20 times for as many weeks. If you make stuff happen at F&M, then we'll make it happen here on the show. Help us help you. We can help out your store. Stores love help. Go ahead. We'll post pictures if you get pictures. We'll post video if you send us video. I promise we will. So again, let us support your efforts. Alright, that brings us around to Classic Pauper. How are we sitting on the PCT?
Well, when we first started talking, I went in, I took a look, and the top 4 match had been waiting for 34 minutes.
What?
And
which room are they playing in?
It's always in Getting Serious.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's empty. There's nobody playing Pauper in it, but Gatherlink has not updated.
Huh.
So it's just hanging with Fallen Cherub with 12 match points as the first place. It's 6-0. I wonder if that was just it and they just haven't updated it out.
Wow. Wonder what they went 6-0 with. That's pretty impressive.
It is. I'm going to guess Delver.
Huh. And Giver guy.
What is he?
I have another announcement to distract us.
Yep. What do you got?
For Magic Origins pre-release on the Magic Online, we will do a stream, a marathon stream.
Oh, that's right.
And it's Julian and whatever friends he could muster. So they will try to play from the moment the pre-release starts until they drop. So it will. The original goal was 24 hours, but I don't think they will make that.
Yeah, that's pretty ambitious.
Yeah, but there will be a lot of Magic Origins. Sadly, I am forced to go away over the weekend. I managed to dodge the enormous shopping center in the woods that my wife was going to go to.
Right.
So now I'm going to the biggest amusement park in Sweden, which is a bit better.
Well, that is good.
Yeah, with my wife and my brother-in-law and his girlfriend.
Cool.
But I will be prevented from playing in the pre-release, which is sad.
Oh, that's too bad.
Because I am pretty excited about Magic Origins. I think it looks like a fantastic set.
It does look like fun.
The initial reports are that the format is quicker than expected because of renown.
Yeah, I got the match that I lost in at the pre-release was to a super aggro. So it's possible to build a really quick red aggro. Sometimes you can splash black in there to really put the nails in the coffin.
So you should probably value your 2-drops more, and read the bones and stuff is not as efficient as expected.
Yep. Well, there you go. I wish they had updated this. I would have liked to have seen
The 6-0.
Yeah, I want to know what went 6-0.
I just want to draft Origins and just draft all the Nivix barriers.
Draft Nivix barriers.
I'm going to be the only person drafting those. I just
Flash
fill
wall.
I fill it. Nivix barriers and Ring Warden elves. Boom. That's my deck.
Ring Warden.
Hey, it's a 3/3 flying for 1,000,000 mana. Forget it.
Oh, those owls. Yeah. I had one of those played against me tonight when playing a Magic Duels Origins match. And I was thinking, you just spent 5 mana to put a 3/3, and I have 4 2/2s on board and 1 thing of burn in hand. Yeah, I'm winning.
Yeah. Normally when I see a new flying creature, I go, hey, that's probably going to go into the cube. The owl does not make it into the cube. It's not enough 5 mana.
Poor owl.
It deserves it, what it gets.
That's funny. It doesn't look like this Fallen Cherub. I see Esper Souls, which is...
I think those are both silver black.
Yeah, look at that.
When was that from?
Cloud Goat. This is a long time ago.
Yeah.
Silver black, April 2012.
Yeah.
Looks sweet. Looks on Warhammer.
Oh, I didn't know that. That was uncommon.
And Mirrodin.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Path to Exile, go over the throat.
Never doubt the power of silver black. I mean,
no kidding.
Yeah. Uncommons have been pushed for quite some time.
Man, I wish these were common.
What?
The Vivid Lance.
Yeah. That would be nice if those got dropped, or the Tempest Taplands. I mean, at this point, they're basic common power level. I mean, they are.
That's pretty cool. Well, I guess... Now I'm at a loss to... What do we talk about now? There's no more classic... There's not much classic Pauper to talk about, because we don't see the decks.
We could go to Goldfish and look at Goldfish stuff. And just randomly complain about, the metagame is stagnant. And fairies.
Bang Cloud. Yeah, we should jump on that train again. Let's see.
Well, if it's banned, it's never going to end, folks.
Metagame, Pauper. So, Delver with 25% of the... Delver and Delver Angler.
It would be interesting to see how many weeks Delver has spent on the top since the release of Innistrad in Pauper.
Oh wow, that would be good.
Most of them? A lot of them?
At least half.
It'd have to be. And if you brought it down to be in the top 3, I bet it would be more than that.
Yeah, that's probably like 95%.
Look at how far Mono Black and Burn have fallen.
Yeah. Other
It's like
decks fall when they fall. Delver just moves to number 3 for a while.
Stompy's doing good work too.
Affinity is probably the only other deck that's as constant in the top.
That'd be kind of. I wish they had. I wish they had that kind of visual, like graphs and stuff we could see.
Stompy was totally gone for a while.
Oh yeah. What stomped out Stompy?
Mono Black
Uh,
control.
Yeah, Gary's.
Yeah, and non-targeted removal and junk.
I gotcha. Well, that's too bad.
But now that it's back down, of course, it lets everything, all the creature decks come back up.
Right. I wonder if Affinity has the. I think Affinity has the biggest price difference in paper and
It's because the
online.
chromatic stars are
Oh, up there.
ridiculously expensive in paper.
And so look at this Great Furnace is Seat of the Synods are over $1 each.
What?
Look at the chromatic stars. $13.44 for 4 of them for
What? Where?
Yeah.
Chromatic Star?
Yeah, because Time Spiral was so like small played.
Oh my
So
god.
nobody played it. So like
Okay.
You can still get the 10th edition version for 12 cents.
they're
Chromatic
those
Star.
particular ones.
Let's say,
That's
Ed.
hey, if anybody wants them, hit me up on Twitter.
what the hell?
Look at this. Look at this crap.
Oh yeah, the paper prices for that card.
Yeah.
Wow.
But online they're 5 cents. Again, benefits from hashtag online better.
Interesting.
Wow.
Go back to the top list.
Okay. Top list.
Yeah, familiars. I still think there is reason to talk about Cloud of Fairies. It's been breaking the format for so long.
Yep, it has. And Paracord made a good argument that
I'm not wanting to kill certain decks.
yeah. Well,
But I mean-
this deck specifically, this deck does not exist without Cloud of Fairies.
I mean,
Yeah, but I
decks-
think this deck is an uninteractive mess, so it should be gone. I don't look forward to playing this in the Pauper Gauntlet again.
No, it's so many clicks, so many clicks. What's white red tokens? So you
It's,
have Ramish
tokens
and
with
Lieutenant.
That's
What
that's
the
Rebels.
hell?
What the
Oh,
hell?
These rebels.
Rebels. A
Let's
small
look at
rebel
this.
package.
Yeah,
and a
3/1,
big
3/1.
package.
And then a big old thing of tokens.
Interesting.
Wow, that's fun.
That's crazy.
3-1.
Oh, that looks random.
It does.
Wow, they've 3-1 3 different events with it too. 16th, 17th, and the 20th.
I wonder if elves got something in that could actually be played.
At common,
Yeah, probably not.
I don't think they got any common. There's some decent stuff at uncommon and rare, but I
Yeah.
don't remember seeing any common elf that anybody would.
Take out one of the better elves for.
Right. Yeah, that one that drains when it comes into play is pretty hot, but that's uncommon.
All right.
Yeah, that would be a dirty
Yeah.
red.
You'd also have to splash a black card in because it is gold.
It's
Yeah.
true. It is.
I wonder if elves would be doing better if Angler Delver wasn't that big, because elves have a pretty good matchup against Delver.
Where are elves on here? Way down here.
It's way down there,
Wow.
number 14.
How was a record? Oh, they did a 4-0. Sign of Justice. Okay, well.
He's on his alt game.
Yeah, exactly.
A good old Huntmaster. Just 2 Nettle Sentinel.
What? Wow.
Interesting.
The new elves for black or Leaf Glider out of Origins.
Yeah, that's not classic Pauper playable.
Oh, do you think they're going to put in the... what's that? 1 green for 3 damage across flyers?
In the sideboard?
Yeah.
I mean, I could definitely see that, but would you replace Scattershot Archer with it?
No, Scattershot Archer is just a lot better.
Yeah, because it does it across all of them. You do 1 to all. If you have 2, you do 2 to all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can do it again, so you lock out all the spell stutters and stuff.
Oh yeah, because you can Query and Ranger, untap, blah blah blah. Yeah.
I suppose even Spider Silk Armor is better against flyers.
Oh, because it gives reach.
Yeah.
Everything right.
Yep. Everything gets reach. So I guess not.
I do like an instant kill spell myself, so.
Oh, me too.
Nobody seems to be playing Crypt Rats anymore, so that should be good for the elves.
Oh yeah.
I would expect elves to be higher here.
Slivers.
What was it?
It's only 5. Only 5 decks.
Or Crypt Rats.
Well, are they in Songs of the Damned?
It's just 3 man.
Oh, good old
Hey, here's Crypt Rats. Here they are.
Yeah, but that deck is fringe at best.
You want to be able to songs your opponents out with them.
Yeah. But Mono Black Control is not playing them anymore.
Yeah,
Oh my
Mono
God.
Black Control had them for... I can't remember why.
Look at the price of...
Hey, where are the
paper.
control decks? There's a
What is
Teachings
100?
at 7.
Yeah, Teachings at 7.
So Teachings is the control deck. There is nothing else.
Well, Mono Black Control.
Oh, that's not the real control deck.
Well.
That's just a bunch of 2-for-1s.
Okay. I'll give you that.
It's not control without counter spells.
Right.
Oh, it can be controlled without counter spells, but it's not controlled without blue.
Oh, Burn is expensive because of the Chain Lightnings. That's it.
Chain Lightning.
Chain Lightning.
But that's also in paper, right?
Yeah, on paper.
Because we have Vintage Masters.
Exactly. UB
The
Teachings.
Chain Lightning is 4 cents.
It is really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, I traded mine at $15 a piece.
That's nice. I think I have a bunch actually in paper.
Oh yeah, you can sell them for a decent amount.
I have,
I have a couple of complete Legends common sets.
Oh, nice.
In Italian.
Yep, Italian. We got an Italian box when I was a kid. We went in
Nice.
together, and that was like the first box I ever went in on. Next, I bought my own box of Dark.
The Dark.
Yep, I loved it. I had a complete set. I don't know what happened to it. That is my one thing that I'm missing that I cannot find from my childhood. I had it in a binder, complete set of
Okay.
the Dark. Don't know where it
I
is.
think I have one too, actually.
It's pretty cool. I could really use the Maze of Ith that's in there.
Yeah.
that would be really nice.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's like the only thing that's in the dark.
Yeah. Oh, you know what though? Preacher is pretty popular too.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
H, right?
EDH is a big deal.
Okay, yeah. $5 for a preacher.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
Back when magic art didn't look as nice as today.
No. There's some really crappy art in that set.
Yeah, bring up the picture of preacher.
Hold on. Where's the
It is literally a work of art.
Preacher, the
If
Dark.
you're not familiar with it.
Really looks like a cartoon.
It is. It is so cartoony.
Who is it? Not to call anybody out.
It's sort of what I think if Nicolas Cage was in the Magic movie. This is the character he would play.
Yeah, not the bees. Not the bees.
The bees! Gain control of one opponent's creatures. Opponent chooses which target creature you control. If creature becomes untapped, you lose control of this creature. You may choose not to untap creature as normal during your untap phase. You also lose control of the creature if creature leaves the play or at the end of the game.
How do you keep a 1/1 alive in Commander?
You hexproof the shit out of it.
Yeah, people love Lightning Greaves.
Yeah. That's why Lightning Greaves are expensive.
Stupid Commander driving up the price of like fringe playable cards.
Oh, Commander has driven the price up of everything. I bought last year. I bought a poop load of those World Series gold bordered cards, just various ones because I wanted to get all gold bordered lands for my cube, and they were cheap. No one wanted them, but since a lot of EDHers now allow gold bordered stuff in their play, so you can play like the gold bordered Lotuses and whatnot. All that stuff, all the collector's editions and all the World Series or the World Championship editions have just skyrocketed.
Nice.
Yeah, the collector's editions are insane on eBay. If you can find them, they're super pricey. It's ridiculous. Yep. Look at that. $10. $12.
$12 for what?
For a creature.
Oh. Yeah, it's nuts.
Hey, Blood Moon.
Yeah, Blood Moon's in there. That's the other thing I need.
The original Blood Moon, yeah.
I know I have some. I just don't know where they are. They're got to be at my mom's house.
I only found 3 of my 4 Blood Moons, but they won me Nationals, so they are special indeed from the dark.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Finals of Nationals, the other deck played 4 colors and not red. Only duels.
Right. Wow.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah, my favorite game, I've told you this before, but round 1, Forest Lanor Elf. He plays an island, or Tundra. Turn 2, Blood Moon. He concedes.
Because he has no non-basics.
Yeah, no red.
God, that's awesome.
That was pretty sweet.
Such a great story you just told. Yeah, Blood Moon. There's another card that's ridiculously overpriced.
We've gone completely off the rail now, right?
Oh yeah, $60 for this one. Even the Modern Masters one is $54.
Sweet.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was surprised we didn't see Blood Moon in Modern Masters 2015.
It did seem like something they would reprint, but I thought they were going to print a lot of stuff. They didn't.
Like good cards. Dun.
Oh, Sam, you scamp.
Sorry. I was disappointed by the last 2 Masters products.
Right. Oh man, someone I put out there, I was Goblin King on Twitter. I said, why would you buy like 8th edition Goblin King is like $1.25, but 10th edition is over $4 because of its black border. Same art, it's just a black border, and I was like, why would you pay more than double? People were like, because white ones look like trash. It's like, what? And I got a lot more emotional response than a logical response that I expected. But actually, I don't know why I expected that. That was foolish of me. I'm all for if you're playing a card, you buy the cheapest card that you can stand to look at. That's what you play with.
Yes.
So
the tip is probably pick up some foils on Magic Online, because foils are now non-redeemable foils are really hated on Magic Online.
Yeah, that's weird, but
they are now cheaper than the other cards, than the normal cards.
It's crazy.
For some cards.
Well, there you go. Well, folks, I guess that's going to be it for this evening. We've rambled on long enough. Please.
So there's a limit for a ramble?
Well, not for us. We'll keep rambling on forever.
Yeah. And with the stream next week, we can ramble on after the show.
We can end the show and then just keep BSing.
Yeah. Yes. Since some of us can just stay on and stream with Dan.
Yeah. That's true.
So, not Brennon. He has work in the morning.
I got work in the morning. Jerks. All right. MagicGatheringStrat.com. YouTube/MagicGatheringStrat. Please, if you enjoy any of our content, Patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat helps us out a lot to be able to produce what we do for you. Twitter is @MagicGathStrat. You can follow me @Cerulean Says Hi. Hello. You can also follow Sam at SPO7677. We're on the Facebook /MagicGatheringStrat. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And we're on iTunes. I'm terrible about updating it, but I do update it. This show goes up on the
review on iTunes.
Sure.
We want the review.
We want to see validation.
Yes.
For all 25 of you that download it.
We'll read your review on the show.
Sure. If we get a review, I'll read it.
In English and in Swedish.
Yeah, easily. We don't have any reviews. We need reviews.
Yeah, there's nothing out there, man. Come on. Come on, Scro. Help us out. Well, folks, I guess that's it. For this week, I am Brennon.
I'm Sam.
I'm Dan.
And this has been the Magic Gathering Strat Show.
Standard Pauper Show. No.
No, we're not standard. We're not the standard Pauper Show anymore.
That was a long time ago now.
Yeah, 20 episodes ago. Wow. Isn't that crazy? Almost half a year that we've been the Magic Gathering Strat Show. Nuts, huh? I think when do we surpass? I'm trying to think of how many I did. I think I did 48 episodes of the standard Pauper Show, so we're not quite there. Yeah, nuts, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, folks. Well, have a good day.